We're back on SportsTownChicago.com. Second half action coming up. 22-7. Fairly entertaining first half. The Vipers were in it for most of it. They caught a big break, having some points taken off the board at the end of the first half on a holding penalty and then an interception. Unfortunately, they could not punch it in. They ran out of time, and that's why we're at 22-7 right now as we get ready to start the second half.
Yeah, it's really early still. I mean, 45 minutes still to go in this game. That's a lot of time. Yeah, it's a running clock. But for the Vipers, I believe they get the ball to start off offensively.
They do.
So a chance to put some points on the board early. And
Chaos showing blitz right away. They're bringing the house. Handoff. He eludes the blitz, trying to find some more open space. He does. Gets to the next level. First down. Very nice run there. That was number 11.
That was Hampton again, and he is very quick. I mean, again, like you were saying, you had that blitz come in, and he saw it, and he just burst to the outside because they were bringing everything up the middle.
Once everything's coming at you, if you can get to that next level, you can run a little bit.
Yeah.
He was able to get behind the blitz. So that's going to bring up a first down. The Vipers at their own 41-yard line. 1st and 10. Two-man in the backfield, receiver wide to the left, wide to the right. Rivera takes a snap, looking to throw, dishes it off to his running back. He's got a little bit of room. He's going to get close to the midfield line, close to a first down. He's going to be a couple yards short, I believe.
Well, clearly what they want to do is they want to get Eli Williams and they want to get Josh Hampton into space and let them create. They're both fast. They both can make that first guy miss. And if they have that open field, good luck catching them.
And now you're passing into the wind too, so the down the field passing game, which wasn't overly there in the first half, is going to be even tougher now. So you're going to look for a lot of those dump offs. Two receivers in the backfield, or two running backs in the backfield. Receiver wide to the right, wide to the left. Ball's handed off up the middle, and he's got a hole. Now he's going to try to bounce it to the outside. Nice run. He gets down to the 40-yard line. And that's number 40 on that carry. Number 40 is Eli Williams.
And when you look at Eli, he's 5'9", 185, so he disappears when he gets that ball behind that line. You can't really see him, so that makes it really tough on the linebackers to know where exactly he's going to go. So he gets into that second level, and again, we talked about it, he can make guys miss. And he did that there. He made one guy miss, and he almost made a second one miss, but just got enough of Eli to take him down. Otherwise, he was off to the races.
So it's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line of the Chaos. Viper football. Showing blitz. Handoff. Eli Williams again up the middle. Nothing biting there. Gains maybe a yard or two.
I would have liked to have seen them run to the other side if they were going to go with Eli or maybe throw them off. That's the time when you want to use that play action because you've got them thinking run.
Well, if I'm the Chaos, I'm going to continue to play the run right now until they prove that until the Vipers prove they can beat you with the ball, throwing the ball down the field. And they haven't just yet, so we got a 2nd down and 9. Again, two running backs in the backfield. Receiver wide to the left, wide to the right. Rivera calls for the snap. Low snap, it bounces to him. He recovers nicely and gets the ball handed off. A lot of space to the left. Nice run there. Just bounced outside. A lot of open field. That was number 11.
That was Josh Hampton
again. Hampton.
And again, Hampton in space. A lot of speed with him. You've got two very fast guys in Eli and Josh, and they've been doing that split back formation, so you don't know which one they're going to give it to because they can either hand it off to Eli or they can hand it off to Hampton. And either way, you've got a tough matchup when you're trying to go against those two.
At this point, why go with anything else? Do with what's working. They're moving down the field very nicely right now. They got a 1st and 10 inside the 20-yard line, trying to make this a one-score game. Rivera calls for a snap. Chaos showing blitz. Now they drop back. Rivera gets the ball, sweeps out to the left, looking for space, gets down close to the goal line, and the officials put their hands in the air. Touchdown, Vipers, and they are right back in this ball game. At the moment, it's 22-13 as the extra point will be awaited.
And that looked like a broken play again. It really did. I mean, it looked like he was looking to hand the ball off to somebody, and nobody came and got the ball. He's like, all right, I'll just take it myself, and he took it into the end zone for the touchdown. Nice run there by the quarterback. I mean, he lets his running backs do the work, and he's like, okay, guys, take a rest. I'll take it in. So now you got yourself a 13-22 game, and now you get the extra point unit out there.
So they kick the extra point now. It makes it an 8-point game. But if they can stop them and score again, then you got to maybe consider.
You're going to have to go for two eventually. That's probably what's going to end up happening. It also depends on how much time you have, though, as well.
That drive took about 5 minutes off the clock, and that's without the clock stopping. So nice, impressive drive by the Vipers going right down the field.
And the officials are gathering together again. I'm not sure. I think it's to go with the clock rules again. And the clock just keeps going. That's what they have to realize.
At this point, there should be no issue.
And I'm pretty sure that's what it is because I could have sworn I just saw a guy pulling a sheet of paper out to look at. So I'm pretty sure they're
moving the ball.
Oh, they're moving the ball. Okay.
They spotted it for the extra point. Maybe they spotted it where the 2-point conversion would be.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Extra point.
I mean, that doesn't really make a big difference when you're the kicker. I mean, those close ones, you just hit it up high. The big thing here is we saw the snap a little bit last time was a little tough.
Kick is blocked.
It's dead ball. On a PAT, it goes dead if it gets blocked, and that's what we were going to talk. That's what I was talking about or alluding to was we saw them get a little bit close on the last extra point, and it was a slow, tough snap. So that keeps it now 22-13. That's a tough one right there.
It's all right. If you're going to win this football game, you got to keep on scoring. So good to get some points on the board. Very impressive drive. Took less than 5 minutes. Now let's see what the defense can do.
Well, yeah, you've got things figured out offensively, and I feel like the defense is starting to figure some things out too. I think that they've been making more adjustments, and the one big thing is, though, now throwing into the wind now is Ionati. So before, the ball was sailing a little bit more on him. Now that ball's probably going to take a little bit more of a dive. So that's just something to consider when you're a defensive back, is what that ball may do because of the wind.
Oh, we're about to find out. Ionati comes to the line. Linemen haven't taken their stance yet.
No,
it looks like the ref is.
We also got Criswell holding on to the ball right now. I don't know. Stop. I as I say, they're stopping the clock now. And co-owner and backup quarterback Jay Fortuna, he's going to talk right now with the officials. I think they're talking about that extra point attempt because the other thing is, too, and I didn't get to read in detail about it, when there is an extra point attempt, you can't go over the center until his head is up. So that might have been part of what had happened. I didn't get to really look at the line as that was going.
It looks like they're reading the rule book themselves.
Yeah.
They've got it out.
I should have in here about the extra point attempts. I thought I put that in here about how they're supposed to line up. I believe I have that in here. I just got to find it. I'm thumbing through the different rules as they are.
All right, it looks like we're ready for action here. So here we go, 1st and 10.
They're only allowed to rush 4 players. That's what it is.
Handoff, trying to find some space. The Viper defense was all over that. Blown up right away. Nothing doing. Number 24 for the Vipers was in on that stop. Number 24 is Nathan Rivera. Handoff, trying to get outside. Again, the Viper defense gang tackles him. Nowhere to go. That's a big 2nd down stop. That's going to bring up a 3rd and long, and the Viper defense looks fired up right now.
And now you know they're probably going to go to the pass here, but you got to be careful with Ionati, though. That's the thing. You got to have somebody spying Ionati because you know he has that ability to run. You've got to play pass, but you also have to spy.
Chaos looking like they're trying to go quick. They didn't huddle. Ionati to pass, has a man. It's caught. It's going to be close to the 1st down marker.
It's going to be about 3 yards short, it looks like, with where he caught it. The confusion almost hurt them, but they did end up having a man wide open, but you did have somebody able to get there to take him down. But now this fourth down play, this is where, again, big play. You get to stop here. You can get this back to a 1 or 2 point game if you can get in the end zone.
So here we go. Big 4th down and 3. Ainati in the shotgun. 2 receivers to the right, receiver to the left. 1 man in the backfield. 4th and 3. Big play. Ball snapped. Handoff. Misdirection play. It's kept by Ainati. And he's going to take it close to midfield for a first down. Did a nice job on that fake. I actually thought the running back had the ball. Timed it nicely, too, and
that was the one fake that he didn't get me on. He's gotten me with a couple of fakes. That one he didn't get me. I saw Ainati had it the entire way. But again, we've talked about Ainati before that you got to have somebody watching him at all times.
Ainati in the pocket, quick release, pass is complete over the middle, and taken down at about the 46. That's number 88 for the Chaos on the reception. Number 88 is Kyle Klosowicz. Here we go. Pass to the right, overthrown. Tries to go right back to Kyle. Nothing doing there. That's going to bring up a 3rd down.
And that was an overthrown ball, too. And again, we said the wind adjustment, there's exactly what we were talking about, where you have to adjust to the wind, Jason.
So we got a 3rd down, about 5. Ainati with the man in motion. Tries his misdirection. This time he does hand off to the back. It's going to be forward. Hits a pile. He's going to be very close.
He's going to have the first down. I think they're probably going to mark him over it.
They are now moving the chains. So there's a first down. That's a shame because the Viper defense had some momentum just a few plays ago. Now trying to keep the pace quick, and Ainati passes to the outside. It's complete. Looks like that's number 6 on the reception, James Former.
I haven't had time to really see what they're playing on the outside, if they're playing man on the outside now on these plays, because they've been going really quick with this no huddle, and it's working for them because there's guys open. Watch them. They'll probably go to this slot here if they go for a pass.
Fumble. The ball's on the ground. Tries to hand it off to number 20. That's Johnson. Puts the ball on the ground. I don't know if it looked like there was some trouble with the exchange, but it was picked up by the Chaos, and now they're wasting no time. They're going right back. They snap the ball again. Ainati rolling out to the right, finds a man, just not able to bring it in. So the Chaos were really trying to create some chaos there and not let the Vipers get over the fumble they couldn't come up with.
Well, here's the thing now. Now you have 4th down, and you've really only taken about 6 minutes off the clock. I mean, that's the one thing about a running clock. When you have a lead, I mean, when you go to a no huddle like that, you're not taking that much time off the clock. Yeah, you might be moving down the field, but now you're in a 4th and 5 situation. This is a chance here for the Vipers to get back in this one.
And they do huddle for this play on a 4th down. They want to make sure everyone's on the same page. 1 man in the backfield. Receiver wide to the left. Receiver slot right. Wide to the right. And it's on the ground again, but picked up by Annetta. He's going to roll out to the right. Throws downfield. Caught. Touchdown.
Well, broken play and a blown coverage lead to that touchdown.
Trying to see who came down with it. It's quite a ways away. Difficult numbers to read, but it was a way to make something out of nothing there. I believe that was number 11, Jason Summing. So that was a big play for the Chaos, 29-13. They're going to go for 2. 33 minutes left to play. And it really just takes all that momentum that the Vipers had and start from scratch.
Well, that's the thing. You can't break your coverage just because you hear a fumble. You have to continue with your coverage until you know for sure that your team has the ball.
Ainati up the middle. quarterback draw touchdown or 2-point conversion. So that's going to make it 30-13. And that you can just see the demeanor on the sideline of the Vipers changed a little bit.
Well,
That was a tough one.
I mean, especially because you have the ball hit the ground and you think, all right, here we go, maybe a chance for us to get the ball or something to happen here, get a sack, whatever. But it ends up being instead Ionetti picks it up off the floor and then throws it for a touchdown because he finds a man wide open in the far corner.
You got to
the near corner.
You got to give him a lot of credit for keeping his poise on that play and making something happen. And the receiver continuing to run the route down the field. So the Vipers now will start after the touchdown. They'll start at their own 35-yard line. Chaos showing blitz as they have frequently tonight. Now the ball is going to be handed off, trying to find some room out to the left. Nothing going. So they tried to find the edge, but nothing for Josh Hampton on that play. That's going to be second down.
He tried to bump that one to the outside. Just there was never an edge for him to get around. So the blocking up front's got to help him out there.
And again, I mean, if you're the Chaos right now, they keep showing blitz. They keep putting 6-7 guys in the box. And when it's only 9-on-9, that's a lot. They're going to make the Vipers make that play down the field. They're not going to give up the run if they can help it. Again, right now they have just covers on the corner and one safety. Rivera going to roll out to the right. He's trying to find the edge. He can't. Goes out of bounds.
I don't know if that was designed or not. These plays to the outside, they're not working right now. They can't.
And now you got a 3rd and long situation coming up, so you can't afford to try that again. You have to go forward.
But here's the thing, though, too. Now the defense knows this is a 3rd and long situation. So, okay, what are you most likely going to do? Pass. So now they can play the pass. And yeah, if they give up a yard or two extra on the run, if they stop it after 4 or 5 yards, now you got a 4th down and 4 or 3. So this is where decision-making becomes very important.
And the Vipers taking their time with the huddle on that. Now they're coming to the line. Nobody in the backfield. Let's see if they run a little bit of motion. They got 2 guys to the right, 2 to the left. Slot receiver right, slot receiver left. Empty backfield for Rivera. Chaos showing blitz again. No motion. Rivera takes the snap. He's under pressure. Nowhere to go. Just never really had enough time to see what was going on downfield, and he takes a huge sack.
And there was actually, the linebackers there dropped back into coverage. I think maybe one went. So you had 4 guys rushing the passer. That's an even amount. That's even to what you have on the line.
If you had 4 guys rushing the passer, 2 of them, maybe 3 of them, made their way to the quarterback.
Yeah, it was 2. I think it was 2 guys, but still, that one there was miscommunication on the offensive line. You can't let 2 guys go in, and the way that goes is it could just be one guy that makes it happen because he goes to block one, and he's going to block the wrong man. Now somebody's already by him.
What's going on with the spot of the ball here?
Ball is at the 45-yard line.
Doesn't make sense.
It gets marched back. I think
they don't start every possession at 35.
No.
Okay, so on a turnover downs.
Turnover on downs, the ball moves back. I forget how many yards. It's they move the ball
5 yards.
Yeah. So all right, go ahead.
So we got first down. Sorry about the confusion there. It looks like the refs are
confused too.
Yeah.
So it's okay.
Confusion everywhere here in Melrose Park.
Beautiful town, though.
I'm just happy we're in a little press box that blocks the wind because it got chilly out here.
It's very cold. I had a coat on, and I gave it to our camera guy, Brian, to help him out. So hopefully he's nice and warm in my White Sox coat.
They're going to reset the clock to 28:40. So a lot of issues with the officials in figuring out when to stop the clock and not to stop the clock.
Yeah. So again, Jay's going out there talking to the officiating crew as well to really just sort everything out. And with this crew, we don't have the man in the white hat, so it's you got the back judge. Well, maybe it's just because he's not wearing the. Yeah, you really don't have a back judge. It's kind of just one guy in the backfield, one guy upfield, and then one guy on each sideline.
So here we go. First down, 45-yard line of the Vipers. Ball's passed into the flat, complete. Now he's going to reverse the field and go to the complete opposite side. He's trying to find the right sideline. And he loses the football. Recovered, though, by the Chaos. That was a lot of running. And then capped off by a fumble. And ultimately, the result of the play is about a gain of 3.
A lineman in the right place at the right time in Robert Albano. I mean, he just the ball just so happened to be coming towards him, and he just dove on top of it. And luckily, he dove on it smart. He didn't just drop his weight onto the ball. He kind of just covered the ball and then picked it up, so that way the ball didn't just go flying out from underneath him.
Again, simple version, gain of 3, but there was a lot more that happened on that play. Second down and about 7, and Eddie in the shotgun. Hands off, up the middle, a little bit of space, still on his feet, taking a couple tacklers with him for about a yard. It's going to be just shy of the first down, I believe.
And I think it was 28 who ended up shedding his block and closing off the hole just enough to allow his help to get there for the Vipers. I believe, or maybe it was 29 then.
29 is Juan Santoyo.
Actually, it might have been Sean Dawson then. It was tough to see the number there. Either way, I mean, he was able to get off the block that he had on him to get to the man carrying the ball and allow his linebackers to get there.
Handoff up the middle. No way to stop that. That's going to be a first down. That was handed off to number. I'm trying to read the number. It's a big boy though.
I mean, right now though, you're okay with time just getting off the clock right now if you're the Chaos because you have the lead.
That was number 25, C.J. Young, who's listed as 5'11", 225. So that's a first down. Let's reset for you here real quick. It's 30-13 Chaos over the Vipers. 26:30 to play. And we've got first down and 10 for the Chaos at about the 38-yard line. And that fakes the handoff, rolls out to the right. Nothing going on there. Now he's going to reverse field to the left. He's got the ball tucked, so he's not going to throw. He's going to be taken down at about the 36. So that's going to bring up second down.
And Sean Dawson could have had Ionetti in the backfield if he didn't get faked out by the ball. He was looking at the ball instead of at the man, and that's what caused him to not be able to wrap up Ionetti and just take him down.
So we got second down and 11, I believe, after a loss of about 1. Ball snapped, handoff to the right. Not a whole lot going on, maybe a gain of a couple. Just a simple little handoff to the right side, a little off-tackle play. That was number 7, Jesse Daniel, on the run. Daniel listed as 5'10", 210 pounds, his third year with the Chaos.
And the Chaos really, they're content with just running the ball and continue to moving the clock. I'm a little surprised they don't use the pass. I mean, you can pass the ball and the clock doesn't stop.
Yeah, but you could, I guess, risk the interception. And
That's
it's
true.
probably a little bit safer on the ground.
True.
So here we go. We got second down. Or third down, I'm sorry. Ionetta going deep, does use the pass, has a man, overthrows him again. He's got quite the arm. Sometimes he just puts a little too much on it. It was man-on-man coverage on the left side, and he had a step. The problem was he just threw it about 2-3 yards too long.
And that, again, that's because of the wind. He's throwing into the wind now where he was throwing against the wind in the first half. So he hasn't been able to adjust it enough where he can lead his man with the wind. It's really tough to read the wind, too, because it's not just a constant blow. It's kind of, it'll blow and then it'll gust even more. So sometimes the wind is stronger. I mean, it's a constant flow with the wind right now, but sometimes it'll blow even stronger than it has been.
So I believe it's 4th down.
It is.
So we got 4th down and 4th down and about 7, 6. Big stop here for the Vipers if they want any chance to get in this game. It's a fake handoff. It's going to run it to the outside. And then it's taken down, and it appears they stopped him short of the first down, at least by the Viper play reaction. But the ref just signaled first down. There is a first down for the Chaos.
Yeah, they did get the first down, it appears.
I saw a couple of Viper players kind of celebrating, but they gave him the first down. Drive continues.
Nathan Rivera overcommitted to the outside there. He was sure that Ionetti was going to keep running to the outside, and he just cut it back, and that was enough.
Ionetti hands the ball off. Nothing doing right there. That ball was broken up in the backfield nicely by number 44, Greg Silsby.
Yeah, he got inside and just busted that play up. Nothing going at all there.
But again, I mean, if you're the Chaos, they're not too concerned. They're taking their time, trotting back to the huddle. We're getting under 23 minutes to play now.
Still a lot of time, though. That's one thing that has to be realized. I mean, it's a 45-minute half.
The big key is the Vipers need the big play. We've seen the Chaos have a few big plays.
Right.
Not a whole lot from the Vipers as far as big plays offensively. So here we go, 2nd down. Another in the shotgun. One man in the backfield. That's number 25, C.J. Young. Hands the ball off to C.J. Young. Nope, fake. Now he's rolling out to the left. And then still with the ball. Rolled out to the left. Gained a couple before he's taken down. Trying to read the number on who made the tackle. It's number 23 for the Vipers. Number 23 is Albert Green.
And his wide receiver held the block just enough to allow him to get about 2-3 extra yards.
So that brings up 3rd down. Again, the Chaos showing no rush, no urgency on their part. They just want to kill some clock and maybe get it in the end zone and ice this football game. And then looking to the right, throws incomplete. Looked like maybe just a quick little slant route. Couldn't connect, but clock still continues to run, so you don't have to worry about that. 4th down coming up. Down to 21 minutes and 15 seconds to play. Again, the Vipers trailing the Chaos, two-time defending champion Chaos. 30-13, 20 minutes to play. Big 4th down coming up. Second 4th down they've had on this drive, and at some point you got to get your D off the field.
Yeah, without a doubt. That they've been working hard here trying to get a stop. They just haven't been able to so far. The Chaos offense just continues to roll.
Here we go, big 4th down play. And then looking for the end zone, had a man, but nice defense. That play was broken up there by number 7, Shane Voigt. He had a big interception earlier. He's made some good plays in the secondary. He got his hand in there and hit the receiver right as the ball was coming. So big play for the Vipers to keep some hope alive. Keeping points off the board. 30-13, still 20 minutes left as they're going to take over on downs.
Now this is the big thing. You need to go down and score right away, especially when you see what the Chaos offense has been doing. They've been so successful at chewing up time on the clock. You got to score, and you got to score quick.
Now, you're going to have to probably get away from using the running backs. We're going to really see what Rivera can do with the arm here. Empty backfield. 3 receivers lined up to the right. He's looking left, has a man complete, and breaks the tackle. Now he's out to the middle of the field. He's still on his feet. He's punishing tacklers. Will not go down. Finally does it about the 46-yard line. Very nice play there, though. Nice reception and run by Eli Williams. And now some extracurricular activity comes in. Some players jawing and flags flying.
Well, I'm glad I printed out about the different fouls that they're going to be calling here on this one for penalties such as this, where we've got fighting. The potential of a fighting penalty could be called. You also have a personal conduct one that can be called as well. There's a couple of different ones.
Every single ref threw their flag on the field.
So there's the unnecessary roughness and everything else. So depending on what they decide to call it.
Now, back to the play. That was a huge play. One of the big plays we were talking about that the Vipers need, and hopefully, the flags won't mess anything up.
Yeah.
Oh, they're calling it. The first signal is against the Vipers.
No,
now is it offsetting?
I don't know. The refs seem to be confused about it as well. So they called one. They were saying 77 Gray.
Well, now they're picking up some flags, but let's see what they're doing with the football. The Chaos players are still hovering over the football, like the line of scrimmage is going to be where it's at.
Well, I believe he's marching back now. And now he's going to march forward.
Yeah, the ball still hasn't left. But now the players are marching back. But the ball still sits up. There's one of the players grabbing the ball.
Well, they haven't moved the ball yet.
No, the ref hasn't. One of the players picked it up. Ball still sitting.
Well, no, the ref is still counting off. Because now he's going to count forward for the penalties that are on the Chaos, I believe. Because he marched back first, and now he keeps looking forward as if he's going to go forward.
Nope.
No, I guess they're just going to call it.
So I don't think there was anything called against the Chaos. There couldn't have been.
I don't see how there wasn't. I mean,
because if there was, it should have offset.
They called offsetting penalties on the personals, and then they called a block in the back.
Penalty.
Is what it was.
So a little confusing, but we got the information for you.
Yeah.
It's still a first down, but they lost a lot of yardage there as they're going to get started at the 30. Rivera, I believe he handed the ball off. It's out to the right.
It was an end around, and then it was a reverse, is what it was. Rivera handed the ball off. He gave it to the man in motion, and then he gave it to a man on a reverse. It was a great reverse, and a play that you needed to do. You needed to get something positive, and they finally do.
And that was Josh Hampton, the ball carrier. So they got most of that yardage back. 5 yards short of where it was originally at, but they got a first down. Ball sitting at their own 40-yard line. Clock, though, could start becoming a factor, especially with the continuously running as we're heading under 18 minutes to play, needing 3 scores. Rivera, empty backfield, to pass, has a man, it's complete. Nice pass, nice route. Nobody near him. That was number 10, Anthony Storino.
Big play that they needed there. Really big play.
That brings them into Chaos territory. They're at the Chaos 35. It's going to be 1st and 10. 17:36 to play. Now, the Vipers are still huddling, so apparently they're going to take their time on this possession and make sure that they get the points rather than rush. So we're going to have a 1st and 10 coming up. Big catch there by Storino. Nice pass by Rivera.
Hit his man in stride. It was the first time we've seen him do that, too.
Empty backfield again. High snap. Comes down with it okay. Now he's stepping up in the pocket. Now he's going to roll out to the right. Passes at the last second. Has a man. Caught. Goes down. Gets up and gains a couple more yards. That was complete to Eli Williams. And I thought Rivera was going to run with that. He took it right to the line of scrimmage and threw the football forward right before he hit the line of scrimmage. Another first down. Chains keep on moving. The Vipers are driving.
They got to get in the end zone, though. They do. They have to.
At what point do you think they start picking up the pace a little bit?
Well, you still have 16 minutes. I mean, that's a lot of time still.
But with the clock not stopping, and
You make sure everyone's on the same page and you get in the end zone because, I mean, it's a 3-score game regardless.
here comes a blitz. He's ahead of the snap. He's going to be offsides. I believe that's number 73 on the Chaos. They came over quick on that. Or maybe number 77, which would be Mike Scolari. So that's going to give him a couple free yards, 5 yards there. That helps. We're going to have first and short, 1st and 5 coming up. Empty backfield for Rivera as a receiver wide to the right, 3 receivers to the left. He looks left, now he rolls out to the right. Looks like he's going to tuck and run, tries to find the edge, lowers his shoulder, gets the ball down inside the 5-yard line. 2nd down. Or actually, I believe he picked up the 1st down, so it should be 1st and goal. It is 1st and goal. Vipers still huddling, taking their time. They're going to make sure that they are all on the same page to try to get this ball into the end zone here.
You have to get points regardless, so they want to make sure that they're doing everything right to get into this end zone. Make sure everybody's on the same page, no mess-ups, because if you lose the ball here, it's probably game over.
3 receivers left, 1 to the right, empty backfield. Now the receiver to the left goes into motion. They hand it off to him, and it's a touchdown as he takes it right up the middle. That was number 40 on the play.
Eli Williams.
So that now, do you consider going for 2? At 30-19.
Well, going for 2 does you nothing. You just take the points is what you really got to do. I mean, if you go for 2,
it makes it a 9-point game, which, I mean, regardless, it's a 3-score game. They are going for 2, though.
I'm a little surprised that they're going to go for 2 because if you kick the extra point, it's a 10-point game. So then a touchdown and a field goal ties you up, unless you feel like that maybe it's going to get blocked again.
Ball snapped, passed over the middle, had a man, but it was batted away. He was intended for number 85.
And now you give the ball back, and now again,
it's Sean Patterson that could not quite reel it in.
Now you have to get a 2-point conversion on the next time down in order to make it a 3-point game. That's the whole thing. I mean, I'm a little surprised that they didn't kick the extra point. They already kicked one successful one. They had one that was blocked. I mean, you fix one thing on there, and you allow your kicker to get that kick off, and
the only thing I can think of is maybe they wanted to keep the momentum rolling a little bit.
I don't see how that would help you keep the momentum more if you send an extra point through. I mean, that's not going to kill your momentum.
Strategically, it doesn't make a whole lot of sense.
Strategically, exactly. I would have tried to kick the extra point. I know you had one blocked, but I don't think that was going to happen again. I mean,
maybe the kicker's not feeling up to it. I don't know what happened on the block kick, but maybe he's a little sore. But as it starts 1st and 10 for the Chaos, and Eddie looking to answer, back goes deep, completed down the right sideline to number 6, James Former.
Voigt got a late break on that one. He was the man who needed to get there. It was one-on-one coverage to the outside. He was the single back safety. It looked like he was the man back deep, all alone, and he just broke to the ball a little bit too late. He saw where it was going with that ball too late.
That was a gain of 25 yards, and just like that, Chaos are driving again at the Viper 40-yard line. Coming up on 12 minutes to play, we have an 11-point game, 30-19. Chaos on the top of the Vipers. Chaos football, 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line. Inetti, one man in the backfield, 2 receivers to the left, 1 receiver right. In the shotgun, takes a snap, hands it off. Looking for some space to the right. Now he bounces it back to the middle of the field where he gets gang tackled and a flag comes in.
I think you're probably going to have it's in the holding area. We'll see what it ends up being. Oh, face mask.
A face mask on the Vipers. So not only does the run stand, but they're going to tack on yardage after it. I believe that's 15 yards at this level, correct?
I believe so. So it's going to be a first down, of course, too.
So that was the last thing that the Vipers wanted.
I'm a little surprised that it was the back official who called that. I could barely even see anything in that pile where the ball was.
They didn't move it forward 15 yards, though. So they spotted the ball at the 25-yard line. That's where we're going to start. First down. Coming just under 11 minutes to play. Ball snapped. Flag. False start. Back it up 5 yards. So we'll have a 1st and 15 coming up. 10:40 to play.
And again, if you don't get a stop, you really don't have a chance. You got to get a stop.
You almost have to play aggressive too. You want the stop, but if you can get a turnover,
The turnover, yeah, definitely. Turnover makes this a much more interesting game. Is it a lot less time gets taken off the clock?
So here we go. First down, 15 to go. 10:13 to play. Ball snapped. Inati in the pocket, steps up, fires, complete down the sideline, breaks a tackle, spins away, gets towards the goal line, and the official looks like he's going to mark him down a few yards short, but that is a huge play. It's now 1st and goal. So on a list of things that the Vipers were hoping to happen, that was at the bottom.
Well, yeah, missed tackles have hurt them a couple of times in this game. It really has.
Looks like the ball's at the 4-yard line, maybe the 3.
And just like the NFL, they have the targeting rules too, where there's a legal box where you can hit the guy in the illegal spots. So form tackling just becomes more and more important as the game changes to protect the players.
It's a very good point. Nowadays, you have to be very, very careful, for the tackler's safety and the player that you're hitting.
Well, it's not about being careful. It's just about the area that you're going to tackle the guy at.
Ball snapped, taken to the outside. Not much doing. Nice play by the Vipers to stop that play.
Well, yeah, especially because it looked like Ainati with his fake pitch was going to get in because he made the player in front of him, the defensive player, commit to his pitch, which allowed him to have a running lane. He just didn't get there quick enough to get in the end zone.
So that's going to bring up a 2nd down just outside of the end zone. 8:27 to play. Clock still continuing the run until we hit 3 minutes. Then it'll go to NFL clock rules. So the 2nd down play, 1 man in the backfield. And then he in the pocket, fires, had a man bobbled, and then he gets hit to be separated from the ball. Incomplete, brings up a 3rd down.
And that bobbles the difference between a touchdown and an incompletion, because if he catches that cleanly, that's a touchdown, no doubt.
The bobble allowed enough time for the defender to make sure that he didn't regain his composure with that.
Yeah, it was Nathan Rivera putting the big hit on too, and if he does it, and he has to hit him hard too, otherwise it's probably going to be caught as well. You have to punish a guy when he doesn't catch the ball cleanly.
So, 3rd down coming up, just outside the goal line. 7:22 to play. Ball snapped, fake handoff, and then rolling out to the right. Passes complete, touchdown. I believe that's number 11, Jason Summing on the reception. And it's 36-19. The clock's continuing to run at about 7 minutes now as they're going to attempt the 2-point conversion. And I think that will pretty much do it.
There's still a chance. No, there's still a chance for the Vipers. There is, but they have to go down the field quick. I mean, now it's a 3-score game again, and well, it also depends on what happens with the 2-point conversion too, of course.
Shit, the 2-point conversion, and I mean, by the time they actually get the ball back, there'll be about 6 minutes left. So as of right now, it's a 17-point game. 2-point conversion to try to make it 19. Pass to the right, intercepted. He's running it out, but it's a dead ball.
Yeah, it's dead ball as soon as it's caught. Well, that makes it a 17-point game. So luckily,
2 touchdowns and a field goal.
I mean, it's still 3 point, so it's a 3-possession game.
Now, if you're the Vipers, though, definitely expect, unlike the last drive where they were just trying to take their time and make sure they score, now they got to hustle. They got to be coming to the line, no huddle.
And here's where the extra point comes into play, because if they had kicked the extra point and it's 20-36, it's a 2-score game. But because they didn't kick the extra point, it's a 3-possession game. And that really, I mean, that can kill you, especially if you get a touchdown here. I mean, that could really be something that can come back to haunt the Vipers.
Down to 5:30 to play, so the Vipers get ready to get started here on the 35-yard line. Rivera in the backfield alone. Ball snapped. He's looking right. Little bubble screen that's completed. Not a whole lot going on. He does get about a first down, but now it looks like the Chaos players are a little scrimmage going on there. But no flags. Everybody's getting back to the huddle. The Vipers need to go a little bit quicker, I would think. That ball was completed to Eli Williams.
Well, and Eli, I mean, he had some space, but unfortunately he lost his footing, and that's what ended up getting him tackled. Otherwise, he had a lot of daylight.
And he still did. Wasn't enough for the first down. He still did get 7 yards, but that's not going to cut it right now as the clock goes to 4:40 to play. And they took a lot of time off the clock on the huddle here, too. Ball snapped. Rivera looking right. Goes down the field. Has a man. It's complete on the left sideline. He gets out of bounds at about the 25-yard line. That ball was caught by number 80, Tommy Wattis. Nice play. Again, another pass. He hit him in stride.
Much needed play there. Gets you downfield onto the other half. Getting close to that 3-minute mark. I mean, you heard some of the guys wondering about the clock, but it's not to the 3-minute mark yet. So it still continues to run.
He did get out of bounds, which doesn't help on this play, but it's important to keep that in mind because over the next minute here, it's going to be very important. So Rivera, empty backfield. Rivera gets the snap, looking left. Now he's scanning the field. He rolls out to the right. Throws the ball into the end zone where he has a man. It's caught. Touchdown temporarily, though, because there is a flag on the play. But for the time being, it's a touchdown caught by number 10, Anthony Storino.
Holding on the offense,
and it's coming back.
And you know what? You saw that one the entire way that Storino was going to be open the entire time. I mean, that was blown coverage by the Chaos. They had nobody, not one person even go near Storino.
So that backs the ball up to the 40-yard line. We are now under 3 minutes, so that's important to note because the clock will stop. Out of bounds and incomplete passes, 2-minute warning, NFL rules. There was some confusion about that in the first half. It will not stop on first downs. Empty backfield, 3 receivers left, 1 to the right. Rivera takes a snap. He's scanning the field now. He rolls out to the right. And he's going to take it himself, tries to find the edge. He's going to slide out of bounds at about the 35-yard line.
the official's first signal to run it, and then he's like, wait, nope, don't run it.
they're trying to figure it out. It's only week 1.
No, it is. It was funny to see because it's just to watch the ref first signal one thing and then, oh, wait, no, that's wrong.
Every week it'll probably get a little bit better for the
definitely
for the Zebras. So they get a clock stoppage at 2:34. Got 17 points to make up. Now the problem is there's no onside kicks or anything, so they're going to have to get the ball back. 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Empty backfield. Rivera gets a snap. He's looking left. Now he's looking right, kind of scanning the field, finds a man over the middle, cannot hook up, almost intercepted. It looks like it went through the intended target's hands. That's number 81, the intended receiver on that play. That's Frank Wattis.
Makes it 3rd down now.
Ball's at the 34-yard line. Clock is stopped again because of the incompletion.
And one thing to mention, too, you've got Jay Vertuna out there, so we'll see what Jay, he seems to make sure things are going right. As we know, he's trying to groom Noel Rivera to be the starting quarterback for this Vipers team for a long time to come.
Having him out there opens the door for potential trickery. Maybe you do some kind of wide receiver pass. Fortuna's going out. Rivera rolling right. Now he's going to take it himself. Finds the sideline. Lowers his shoulder. Does not go down. Maybe should have went out of bounds. Picks up a few extra yards. The ball's loose.
They whistled it dead, though.
But the clock is running. And at that point, I don't know if the 3 yards is worth not getting out of bounds and getting an extra play before the 2-minute warning.
Yeah, as you say, the refs weren't ready, I think, for the 2-minute warning as that clock actually ticked down 2 seconds underneath. Either way, but with where you...
So at the 2-minute warning, I think the smart play there, though, would have been get out of bounds. Give up the few extra yards and get one more play before the 2-minute warning.
I'm a little surprised they haven't put the 2 seconds back onto the clock that ticked off.
It's going to be 4th down. Or that can't be right. It's got to be a 1st down. Rivera, pass incomplete. Ball is dropped.
Stan White, the intended receiver, he couldn't hold on to that one, and that was...
It was 1st down.
No,
so now it's got to be...
No, that was 4th
down.
That was 4th down.
So that long run by Rivera
he didn't get the 1st down. You have to think about how many yards they lost.
Well, that should pretty much do it then. They do have timeouts remaining. I believe they have 3 left, right?
They do have 3,
one.
but with it being a 3-score game, I don't imagine that they're going to take those timeouts. That's pretty much, if you do that, that's prolonging the inevitable. That's really what that would do.
We'll see how they choose to play it. Minute 54 left. Chaos taking over on a turnover on downs. Now that the clock does stop, all the Chaos is going to want to do is just run the football and kneel it. They run it up the middle. Taken down at about the 28-yard line. No timeout, so they are going to just take their faith and let the clock run out here. Second down. Handoff. Up the middle towards the right side, down to about the 35-yard line. That's going to be a 1st down, so that moves the chains. Under a minute to play. And at this point, we're just going through the motions.
Yeah, pretty much. It was a game, too, that the Vipers were in it for most of the time. Unfortunately, just a couple things went wrong, and that's the difference in this one.
I think one too many big plays is really what it comes down to. The Vipers made few too many big plays and gave up a couple too many. That's going to be up the middle, taken to about the 43-yard line. Under 21 seconds to play. I don't think they have to snap it anymore. They don't.
No, they don't.
That's over. Both teams are heading to their sidelines. So that's going to be final here in about 6 seconds. 36-19. Chaos over the Vipers in an exciting Week 1 matchup. Tough matchup for the Vipers Week 1, facing the two-time defending champions. They're gonna look to rebound next week. But they're going to be 0-1, while the Chaos will start the season 1-0.
Well, they're the defending champs for a reason, and they played well in the game. And the Vipers, I mean, that's a team. That's the team that's going to give you the most trouble probably this entire year. And I mean, it was only a 17-point game. It's not like it was a complete blowout. It was a very close game. A couple things go different for the Vipers, and they're right in that one. I mean, obviously they got things that they have to work on, but this is a team that they clearly, it's not like they're outclassed by this team. This is a team that they can compete with.
Oh, yeah. In Week 1, too, you're going to work out the kinks a little bit.
Right.
Figure out what went wrong, what you can improve on. They didn't come out here and lose by 6 touchdowns and embarrass themselves. They lost a couple big plays on each side that really changed the outcome of the game. But they do have a rematch coming up in a few weeks, and I think they'll be ready for it. And I see no reason why down the road the Vipers could not hang with this team.
Definitely. I mean, it's the first week. New quarterback in Rivera who's new to the team. So there's a lot of things that can change by the time these two play each other again. There's definitely athletes on this team, though, for the Vipers. There's definitely potential. It's just getting guys playing on the same page, especially on the defensive side, I feel is where there were a couple of times where guys were just not in sync with each other, not sure about certain things that make a difference in a win and a loss.
And hats off to Iannotti. He's got a very good arm. He did some plays with his feet. He threw the football very well. I mean, if you're looking at a passing standpoint, you definitely got to give the advantage to the Chaos today. So, I mean, that'll do it here for Week 1. Vipers come up a little bit short. 31-19 final score. I'm Jason Bucaro, Chris Labasco. Listen to SportsTownChicago.com. Good night.
Start a new career in